Welcome to the Easy Gourmet. I'm your chef today, Michael Mercil. We've got some great guests from Detroit Lakes. Please introduce yourselves.
I am Kenner Jarvis from Personal FX in Washington Square Mall.
Erlene Davis, Meadows on Land.
Kimberly Holloway. I just live in Lake Park as a mom.
What do you do, Kimberly?
I sit at home on the couch and eat bonbons. Yep.
You sure look good for eating a lot of bonbons.
Only the top quality.
There we go.
Right.
I'm Molly Somerville and I attend Lake Park Audubon High School.
Well, thank you for coming today. We're glad you're here. So, Kenner, tell me some of the great things at Personal Effects.
Well, I do all the hair at Personal Effects. We have 5 nail technicians and the only spray booth in Detroit Lakes.
I've actually used it before. It's kind of fun. It's the one thing, okay, I mean, if you've ever had a spray tan before in this town, typically you have someone else that is spraying you down.
Right, and you can get an orange tint to your skin.
Well, I mean, some of them are better than others. You know, I mean, we're not gonna say that some of them aren't great. The thing is, it's like you have to stand there naked in front of somebody else. That's my whole thing.
Ours is a closed-in booth where it's just you.
You could be in there naked all by yourself, you know, because
And if you mention this program, we'll give you $10 off just for dealing with us.
That.
I mean, being naked by yourself scares me sometimes, you know, myself. It's not a good thing.
There's not a mirror in there, is there?
Yeah.
No, there's nothing like that.
And then there's this beautiful place on Lynn Lake. Tell me about it.
Meadows on Land is a destination wedding venue. You can hold up to 200 wedding guests.
Perfect.
And it's all outdoors.
Yeah. I've catered a few events out there, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. I mean, it is right in the middle of this woods, and there's a little lake. Right, Lynn Lake is right on the end of it. Right, you know, and it's a gorgeous venue. Great place to have a wedding. And if you're going to have it there, make sure you have us cater it if you want it to be the best. Right?
And come to me for all your hair and makeup.
There we go. And your tans.
And your
But up dump.
Don't even contact me because I got nothing.
She's got bonbons. So today we are doing something that we have at the Speakeasy and at the Hostel Hornet. You can pick up anytime, take and bakes. We have take and bake pizzas, we have take and bake rigatonis, lasagnas, anything with a red sauce that you can heat up in your oven, and you can just grab it, bring it to the lake, or for a big family function. It works out really well. So I have got this beautiful par-baked crust that we do at the Speakeasy, and I've got a little melted butter, and we're going to start off with just seasoning the butter. And I've got a little garlic salt here, and then some Italian seasonings. Well, that isn't right. There we go. Italian seasonings, oregano, basil, and parsley. That's all it is. So that's in our butter. It's really important, though, whenever you get a crust, whether it's going to be in the store, a lot of times you'll pick up one of those. Have you seen those before, where they've got a crust that's already done for you? Have you seen those? Okay. You got to revive it a little bit. The only way to revive it is with a little olive oil or a little butter. We choose butter. And then I like to season the crust. I think it's really important to season the crust with those herbs. And this is going to make it nice and flaky, nice and crispy, and it's going to give it a lot of flavor. All right, and that's ready to go. I'm gonna flip that up. We've got our personal pizza sauce that we use at the Speakeasy. See how light that is? Look at how beautiful that is. Nice little marinara. And you know what? The thing about a pizza is it's not about how much sauce you put on there. It's not how much cheese you put on there. It's the right amount that you put on. So many times you go to places and there's too much cheese, there's too much sauce. It is about the perfect consistency.
And
You don't want to.
very overpowering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it needs to be just perfect. You can't have too much sauce. You can't have too much cheese. Because when you taste a pizza with so much cheese, and there's people that order extra cheese, I don't know why they do that. Because all of a sudden, all you do is taste the cheese. You want to be able to taste everything that is on that pizza. Just a little more dab. You see, it's like, it's not overdone here. It's not soaking with sauce. Very important. And then we're going to add the cheese, which is one of the most important parts of the pizza. We've got fresh mozzarella. We're so used to grabbing gloves every time we do anything at work. I know this isn't something you probably do at home, but we do it at work all the time, so that's what I do here. And again, it's okay to see through this so that it's not just covered with cheese. You want to see the sauce through it.
It expands quite a bit.
Yeah, it does. It's going to melt. And then I am making a Canadian bacon and pineapple pizza today. And you can get any one. We've got a Big Nick's, we've got a Hornet pizza, we've got a cheerleader pizza, anything that you possibly want.
Is this the Canadian bacon you guys use?
This is.
This is actually like a 1/4 inch thick.
Yeah, it is. It's like,
It's like a steak.
As you know, one of the things that I always talk about at the Speakeasy is we don't buy things that are pre-done. We make things. So when we get a Canadian bacon, we get the whole Canadian bacon and we slice it ourselves instead of getting it all done for you. You know, you can buy it all sliced and ready to go. It's so important to be able to have control over your food. So then we've got some pineapple that we're going to put all over this.
well, you've made friends with Molly with this pizza.
Yeah, is this this Molly's pizza?
Yeah, this is my favorite.
One of my favorites too.
You know, well, I think we forget about this pizza sometimes. I think it's really important to have the sweetness and the saltiness all going together. So then at the end, we're just going to gradually put a little more cheese just over it, and then you need a little of the cheddar cheese to bring it all together. And this is one of our take and bake pizzas at the Speakeasy and at the Hostel Hornet. You get it for a better price because we're not cooking it for you. It's just beautiful.
Molly's ready to take it home.
Oh,
Yep, we're ready to eat.
Yeah. So,
What's the phone number?
what? 218-844-1326 or at the Hornet, 218-850-3939. So, can you get married out at the Lynn Lake?
Yes.
So you can have everything there.
Everything there.
Is that kind of typical?
Nope.
No. Everyone's different.
Every wedding is different.
Okay, so when you get married out at your location, do you get married right in front of the lake then, or?
There's a few locations that you can choose from.
Okay.
The beach. We have a birch tree that's kind of cool looking.
Yeah.
And we also have a basswood tree that is really neat. It's the limbs on the tree are just beautiful.
Really cool.
Yeah,
Huh?
beautiful pictures.
And so when you go there and do you have like all the chairs already, or do you rent those?
We set up all the tables and chairs for
the wedding,
Yep,
you'd set up the wedding with all the chairs.
ceremony. We put up all the chairs. Any way you want them, if you want them in a circle or just straight, like a church pew.
Right, and then you'll have that little aisle to walk down to get to whatever background that you're looking for.
Yep.
Perfect.
So
You know what, Fargo Moorhead? This is great. Here's a great place to, and deal. But you know what? When she says destination wedding, I automatically assume that this is a destination. Detroit Lakes is a destination wedding. You can move all that Fargo Moorhead people down here, have your wedding here, like they do in Mexico or they do in Hawaii or anywhere. This is a destination wedding. Yep. And I think it's so much different and so much cooler, and you have a great area, the lakes area, is a great place to have a wedding.
One great thing about her place though too is you actually can rent this huge house, so it's where you're at for the weekend. I mean, you're not just renting and having your wedding there.
So they're staying there the whole time.
Yeah, it's big, it's beautiful. You're at home. You don't have to forget anything.
Not as
Right.
stressful.
Right, it's not
Right.
stressful. Yeah.
Great.
Relaxing.
Yeah. And then you find great caterers like the
Yep.
Speakeasy, and then you find great people that can do the hair. All right,
Counter
so we're
chocolate.
gonna pop this in the oven. We're gonna have you guys taste it, and we'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back to the Easy Gourmet. We just took the pizza out of the oven. Look at how beautiful that looks. How the cheese browned everywhere it needed to. Turn out amazingly. So important too, when you look at the bottom of the crust, that is nice and golden brown too. And when I cut into this, which I'm gonna do right now, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear how great it is when you cut it. You need to hear that crispness.
Yep.
You know? And all of those things are done by the way that we buttered the crust. You see, do you hear
Yeah.
it? Do you hear it? I mean, that's what you need to hear. Just like that.
And the butter helps it brown evenly too, right?
It does, absolutely. Typically, I would have actually done that in a party crust, but because we have less guests here today, I wanted to make them a little bit bigger. So,
We're a more intimate crowd.
Guests!
so
You have more guests! You don't have less guests!
We're on TV.
girl, you just walked into a film. Here you are.
Just say guests!
Everybody, Lisa Boucher from
Yes.
Consular Realty.
That is
Our
Lisa.
favorite and coolest realtor.
You were saying guests!
Okay.
I need more guests!
We're filming, girl. Right now. You're on TV.
Okay, I'm
Okay, watch out for the camera. All right. So,
Blocked my shot.
okay, so we're just gonna go back. So here we've got this amazing crispy crust. Grab me your plate. You're gonna try this. All right, here we go.
It's like when,
And we like the more intimate cutting of the
it's like when Mr. Rogers' neighbor
Triangles.
comes over.
That's crazy, right?
Yes.
Oh, you dropped
Ooh,
my
I dropped a pineapple.
5-second rule, Molly says.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. There it is. You're going to be amazed. This is all going to meld together just perfectly. I am so glad all you guys were guests today. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Arlene,
Thank you.
we appreciate it. Kenner, thank you. Thank you, ladies, for being a part of this.
Molly is going to give you 2 thumbs
And
up.
we will see you next time on the Easy Gourmet.